The slave auction on Station Theta 7 was a place where hope went to die. Anna stood in the cramped holding cell with two other Zytherian women, their blue-tinged skin marking them as one of the galaxy's most despised races. The Zytherians, once a proud civilization, had been reduced to this: merchandise in a grimy space station on the edge of civilized space. "Lot 247, the auctioneer's voice crackled through the speakers. "3 Zytherian females." Anna felt her heart sink. No one ever bought Zytherians for anything but the hardest labor. Their reputation preceded them, a race that had once tried to conquer the galaxy, now paying the price generations later. Even the poorest species looked down on them. Marriage? Family? Those were luxuries reserved for races that hadn't committed the sins of their ancestors. The energy barrier flickered off, and guards prodded them onto the auction platform. Anna squinted against the harsh lights, her eyes adjusting to see the sparse crowd. Traders, laborers, a few wealthy collectors looking for exotic servants, the usual clientele. "Starting bid, 500 credits for the lot," the auctioneer announced without enthusiasm. Silence. Anna wasn't surprised. Even at bargain prices, Zytherians were a hard sell. Then a voice rang out from the back. The room went silent. Anna's eyes widened as she searched for the source. A human man stepped forward from the shadows, tall, with brown hair touched with gray at the temples and tired eyes that had seen too much. Humans were rare this far out, and they certainly didn't attend slave auctions. The auctioneer asked, incredulous. "I did," the human confirmed, his voice steady. The auctioneer's hammer came down so fast it was almost comical. Alexander Kane signed the transfer documents with practiced efficiency, ignoring the stares from other buyers. He'd been searching for 3 months, ever since Sarah's death. 3 months of watching his daughter Anna, his beautiful 6-year-old Anna, retreat further into herself, barely speaking, barely eating. "This way, please," he told the 3 Zytherian women, gesturing toward the exit. They followed hesitantly, their movements uncertain. The tallest one, her name was Zilara, according to the documents, walked with her head held high despite her chains. The other 2, Mira and Thessa, kept their eyes downcast. Alexander led them to his ship, a modified cargo hauler he'd converted into a mobile home. Once inside, he turned to face them, noting their fear and confusion. "I'm going to remove your chains now," he said quietly. Zilara's silver eyes narrowed with suspicion. Alexander pulled out his multi-tool and began cutting through the electronic restraints. "My name is Alexander Kane. I need—" The chains fell away. The 3 women rubbed their wrists but didn't move, trapped between disbelief and caution. "I have a daughter," Alexander continued, his voice cracking slightly. "Her name is Anna. She's 6 years old. Her mother, my wife, died 3 months ago in a transport accident. Anna hasn't been the same since." He paused, swallowing hard. "She needs mothers." Mira, the youngest of the 3, spoke for the first time. "Why us? Why Zytherians? Everyone knows our reputation. We're—" "Survivors," Alexander interrupted. "You're survivors. I've done my research. The Zytherian conquest ended 200 years ago. You weren't even alive." He met each of their eyes in turn. "I know something about that." "Help me raise my daughter," Alexander said simply. "Be her family. I can't do this alone, and she needs more than one grieving father can give her. I'm offering you freedom, a home, and a purpose." "This is insane," Zilara said, but her voice lacked conviction. "Humans don't marry Zytherians." Alexander's lips quirked in a sad smile. "I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm asking you to be part of a family. There's a difference." The three women exchanged glances, a silent conversation passing between them. For the first time in years, Anna saw something in their eyes besides despair. Hope, tentative and fragile, but real. Little Anna Kane sat in her cabin, clutching the stuffed bear her mother had given her when the door opened. Her father entered, followed by three tall, blue-skinned women with silver eyes and gentle smiles. "Anna, sweetie," her father said, kneeling beside her. "I want you to meet some people. This is Zilara, Mira, and Thessa." Anna looked up at the three aliens, her young mind processing this strange new reality. Zilara knelt down slowly, bringing herself to Anna's eye level. "Hello, little one," Zilara said softly, her voice carrying a musical quality. "Your father tells us you like stories. I know many stories from across the galaxy." Anna clutched her bear tighter, then nodded slowly. Mira sat down on the floor beside them. "And I know how to make the most delicious treats from 12 different planets." Thessa added quietly, "I can teach you to draw the stars, if you'd like." Anna's lower lip trembled. Do you know about mommies?" The three Zytherian women looked at each other, then at Alexander, who nodded encouragingly through his own tears. "We know about loss," Zilara said gently. "We know about missing people we love. But we also know that family isn't just about blood." Anna asked in a small voice. Zilara reached out slowly, and when Anna didn't pull away, she gently touched the child's cheek. "Every single day, little star." For the first time in 3 months, Anna smiled. It was small, tentative, but it was real. And in that moment, on a battered cargo ship in the depths of space, an impossible family began to form, bound not by biology or law, but by the very human belief that love could transcend any boundary the galaxy tried to impose. Alexander watched from the doorway as his daughter began to talk to the three women, her voice growing stronger with each word. No one ever married Zytherians, they said. But Alexander hadn't bought wives. He'd found something far more precious, a family willing to heal together. And sometimes that was enough.